So this is a nice area with, I guess that's the Hindu god of Ganesh, the elephant, maybe. And yeah, in this area, it's in the south part of the city. It's very peaceful, but not being boring. So yeah, there's lots of, I don't know if you can see that, but lots of parks and like little pocket parks, little playgrounds and things like that for the kids and David. Why not? But yeah, it's sidewalks are very wide here. So now I'm in I'm in like the yard area. The main street is just to the left here. As you can see, Decca. They're doing some road construction, and this is so this building across the street, that'd be more of a probably made in the 70s or 80s. The one I'm living in is 62, so it's, I guess maybe it would be Khrushchevka, maybe, I don't know. Brezhnevsky, yeah, this is probably Khrushchevka. Those ones are Brezhnevskys. But yeah, in this general area, there's many just small parks like this that are inside the corridor, I guess, of these apartment blocks. So yeah, as you can see, it's a very peaceful, just kind of pleasant area. But it's not like the modern sleeping districts, in the north of the city and stuff like this, where it's kind of I don't know. The buildings are much taller, and it seems to be not so much focused on the beauty, but it's more just boring and affordable. And in my apartment, I got as you can see across the street, I have a balcony, like one of these, so a very small balcony, but god damn it, it's a balcony. I can drink my coffee and lord above the people that walk below me. And so, oh, excuse me. So, I guess this would be a Stalinka, just judging by the bricks and things like that. But yeah, so nice area. So there's another park right over there. But the best part is the big park, Park Победы, which is Victory Park, which is just, maybe just a 10-minute walk from here. And that was kind of like, between that and the having a balcony was the deciding factor. Oh, and the price. Yeah, it's called like Babushka Remont. So it's a thing. It's so it's a single, like it's not a studio. It's like one big room and then a separate kitchen, and of course you got your bathroom and all that, and a walk-in area and all that kind of stuff. But it's a very old woman owns it. Actually, I was told by the real estate agent that actually her grandfather owns it. And looking at this woman, I'm like, how does she have a grandfather? And but anyways, I guess he technically owns it, but she's running it. But she's, oh man, she looks 70. Maybe she's 60. She looks 70. And she's got to be a retiree. She just needs the money, and she's renting out. She has her own apartment, and but they don't know anything about fixing apartments or anything like this, and they never kept up on it. So I can say this: in the new apartment here, well, let's just say not much has changed since the Soviet Union in that apartment. And so we call this Babushka Remont. So it's very common, these old ladies that are single, like, their husbands died or whatever a long time ago, whatever. And they never really update it or all that kind of stuff. But so I got a good deal on it. And also, what do I care? As long, I mean, I have water, I have electricity. You know, like I don't. It's more about the location. So this is a sign for the since McDonald's left Russia, which is actually kind of interesting. They unlike in America, like something like 90% of the McDonald's here in Russia were not franchised. They were owned by the McDonald's Corporation, which is kind of like, it's loud, kind of like the opposite of what it is in America, where 90% of the McDonald's are owned by a franchise. But anyhow, so they left Russia for really no good reason, but whatever. And so they were effectively bought, and so now it's Vykusna I Tochka. So it's what's the best way to? I guess I would translate that as like into American English. I would just say like it's delicious and that's it, or delicious and that's all. Maybe like to change the words even more, like I would just say simply delicious or simply tasty. Maybe it's something like that. But so that's and so basically they effectively just took over all the McDonald's locations, and it's the same food because they had their own supply chain here. Obviously, like they're not shipping hamburgers from America, so they just keep using those same supply chains that they had been using with McDonald's. So it's more or less the same. Yeah. I know it's loud, but so here we have the a Russian National Library, Bibliotek, and at night the fountain is pretty cool. Like they have lights and stuff. Yeah, it's a very, very big library. It's very nice. You need to bring your identification just to enter. I try to go, and as a foreigner, I guess I need to book an appointment. It's kind of no big deal, but it's just kind of weird. It's like, oh, you need to let us know ahead of time. I don't know. It was kind of strange, but whatever. So this is basically the entrance to Park Pobedy, and it's a big park. Yeah, just Park Victory. Like a lot of the major cities in Russia will have a Park Pobedy. All the hero cities will have it because it just means Park Victory, which these were made in the hero cities that were in World War II, that saw some difficult times and all that kind of stuff. So and I would just like to say for the record that out of all the ones I've been to, this is probably the best. There's one in Moscow, and it's big. It's nice and clean, but it's not, I wouldn't say it's beautiful like this park. Like there's a lot of, like there's more nature in this park. There's more trees and things like this, and there's a nice lake. I just remember I went with a friend of mine in Moscow to their Park Pobedy, and it was like it was a summer day, and it was just like a lot of it was just like this big open space, so you're just like frying in the sun, and I mean it was nice and grandiose, I guess, but this is just more like just beautiful. And when I was in Saratov, that one was pretty nice. They had it was kind of like they had a lot of it was more like a war museum and stuff, and it was on top of the highest hill in that area, like near the city center. so you can kind of like overlook the city. So that was nice, but this, so far from all the Park Pobedis I've been to, this is the best, in my biased opinion. But this is the metro station, so I'm slowly moving all of my clothes and stuff. I have 2 weeks left in my old apartment, so I'm just moving my clothes and just other things, like one load at a time via the metro, so it's not too stressful. And oh yeah, there's a nice lake. Well, lake, a pond. I don't know. I don't know. Like, how big is a pond before it becomes a lake? I don't know. You can see it over there. Okay.